Happy Thursday. Hold on, it gave me a little thingy. I want to make sure I'm going. I see a wheel. Hopefully, it says, I think I'm good. I guess we'll just wing it and see. If anybody's watching, if they could give me like a, hey, yeah, I see you. That would be cool. But if not, okay. Well, we're just gonna wing it. It says I'm live, so we're gonna go with it. Hi guys. So my name is Vanessa, and I became qualifying. Today is actually week 5, so I've got one more week to go. So what's that? October 6th, 8th. October 8th was my qualifying day, which I was very excited for. And Kevin wanted me to pop on and I guess talk about how I went qualifying and kind of give you a little bit of my story so that way maybe it would help you guys in your efforts to hit your goals. So I have been a diamond since 2018. And last year for 2019, I was really, I wanted to hit 1 star and I fell short. I was struggling with getting working coaches. It was just kind of an off year for me. And when 2020 came, I went, nope, this is it. No matter what, I put it on my vision board. I'm going to hit this. I actually want to hit further. So this is just going to be a stepping stone. And then COVID hit. And, we all have that story. All these things are going to happen and then COVID hit. COVID actually, not to be, I don't want to seem mean because this is not, we've gone through a horrible pandemic and I'm still horrible, but it actually, I think for our industry, it helped because we were able to help more people. People saw our purpose. And when everything happened, I really leaned into it. I did stop focusing on my goals so much because I was just overwhelmed with people that just needed the help. And I focused on serving my community, serving my little bubble of people. And through doing that, I wound up building some working coaches. And in August, I was really close to 1 star. The week of my birthday, I had one of my coaches. She was a half emerald away for like 3 weeks. And I was flipping out. I'm like, I'm going to get here. And I had another one that was like, she's pushing 2. And then their personal lives kicked in and things started to go down and get quiet. And we lost that big rush that came with, the potential of her going diamond and then me going star diamond. And as I fell into September, I just started to go, how am I going to do this? It's not fair of me to, I'm still out there trying to get working coaches. I've got my people that are on their fences. What can I do to make this happen? And the last week of September, no joke, I woke up and went, I need to do this for me. How can I make this happen for me? I said that this was my goal, and as much as building my team and having them grow to diamonds is my goal for them, my goal was to be 1 star. So what do I have to accomplish in what are the controllables that I have in my life right now to make this possible and make this happen now? Because I do not want to end 2020 just a diamond again. Like I told myself I wasn't going to do that again like I did in 2019, and I'm not doing that again. It's not happening. So what do I have to do? So I took a look at my downline, and I've got my boyfriend set up, obviously, as most of us have our spouses set up. And he is an emerald. And actually during COVID, a good friend of mine, in order to keep him at emerald status, a good friend of mine who went, I lost my job. I want to, I need to start working out, but I'm probably not going to do coaching, but I totally see what you're saying. And it makes sense for me to have the discount. I'll be a discount coach. So when I originally signed her up, I put her under that role, or I didn't put her under me directly. I put it under my spouse account because I went, oh, good. She's going to buy stuff. It'll make him stable. Everything will be good. Okay, cool. Just put him over there. And then during COVID, she started working. So I went, okay, that last week of September, I went, okay, let's put this into perspective. He had he was an emerald, and then he had like an extra one who would occasionally buy stuff. But they were all controllable people, I would say. Where if I said, hey, you buying anything this month? Could you throw something in? That they would probably do it. So I said, okay, so this is what I have to work with right now. I've got a controllable account that is a stable emerald, and one of those emeralds, or one of those coaches on there, is an emerald. Like, she built herself to emerald without even blinking. She did it during 10 rounds and had a nice, good client or customer base. So I went, okay, so if I'm going to do this, now is the time to do it, because I have so many controllables that I can start doing in here. So instead of recruiting my butt off for all these new people, because I'm looking at my bubble sheet. I had 2 on one side and 1 on the other, and 1 was an emerald, so I had to get 3. I don't know. I can't count today. I had to fill in the bubbles. And I went, how can I what would be the best way for me to fill in these bubbles and do it fast? So then I started looking into my customer base. Now, I've been with Beachbody since 2017, and I have built a very strong customer base, especially with my warm customers, my friends, my family, my peeps, who get what I do, who love being in my groups. I started just looking at the list going, you know what? I got a lot of people that would, if I asked, they would help me and they would get this. They would understand that if I had to move them, that I could make this work. So then I went through my back office and made a list of all of these people that I think if I asked them and said, hey, if I were to upgrade you to a coach status, I'm going to put you under my spouse account. This is something that would, significantly help my business and give me the tools to help my growing coaches underneath me. Do you think this is something that you would be willing to do for me? I made that list of everybody who I thought might remotely say yes. People who, they buy their challenge packs every year, they buy, they're on Beachbody On Demand. When they want stuff, they buy stuff. But have always expressed to me, I'm not into coaching. I don't buy enough for it to make sense for me to use the discount. So, it's just this nice little safe bubble of people that I've asked a few times, but because we were very close, I wasn't going to push it with them if they're telling me no and what they're saying is making sense. And they're happy people, and they're really happy and active in my group. So that week, I went through that list. I had about 17, 18, it was right under 20 people. And I just started going, no rhyme or reason, just started going right down through the list. And I messaged them and said, hey, you've always been there for me. I appreciate everything that you have done in my business. I appreciate how much you enjoy being a part of my community. I am working really hard on a goal to try to make that grow. If you had the opportunity to help my business grow in a small way, would you be open to talking to me about it? And, I can tell you my idea and see if we can do this. And so I sent all those out. And immediately, every single one that I got back, yes, oh my God, yes. I was kicking myself that I hadn't done this sooner. Yes, oh my God, yes, I would love to hear what you've got going on. So then I would explain to them. So then every person that I called, and then once I got that back, we connected and we called and I talked to them over the phone. And I said, listen, I said, in order to grow my business, I need to make my spouse account a diamond. And to do that, I need to have coaches under there who are active, who buy stuff. You buy stuff, not all the time, but consistently. Do you think you're going to be purchasing anything in the next couple months? Pumpkin spice, peppermint mocha. You and I are doing a refresh next month. I looked at what they buy. I looked at how active they are in my group. And I catered my conversation towards things that I knew that if I brought it up, they were going to buy it. And I said, listen, if we did this thing, I can get your coach enrollment for free because you've already purchased a challenge pack before. So you're only going to be paying the business fee. If you could do this at least until the end of the year for me, and then after that, use the benefit of having the coach discount for 2 months and buy all the stuff that you want. I don't care. Do all the things that you got to do. And if you decide once I hit where I want to go, if you aren't in it or it's not of value to you, you can let it go. And every single person that I asked, minus one, every single one that I got to that conversation with, and I didn't even get all the way through my list. I didn't even have to. Every single person said, I would, no problem. Vanessa, you don't understand. I had one girl that had me in tears who shared her story about her fiance and how he just signed up with us last year and he's lost almost 80 pounds. Like, it's changed their lives. She's like, Vanessa, you tell me what I need to do. I would be happy to do something for you. And she was by far the one that kind of blew me out of the water and made me into a sobby baby. But every single other person was like, yeah, that sounds easy. What do I need to do? Okay. And I switched all of those people to coaches that are good friends, that understand that it's a spouse account, that understand the power of being a 1-star is going to help build my business. It's, being able to go on that trip and learn and bring all this knowledge back to my team is vital. Every single one of them said, Vanessa, we are so happy that you do what you do. It fills me with joy. I love seeing you in my scroll. I would be happy to do this for you. Like, again, I was floored. So that's what I did. So every person that I asked had already purchased a challenge pack before, most of them within the past 6 months. So we were able to get their enrollment back for free. They were only paying, so they didn't just have to start paying for their business fee until now. They all paid for it this past week. And all of them bought stuff that they were going to buy anyway when I first enrolled them. When I first got them in that first week of October, so that's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all that was, what do you got to buy now? Is there something that you have to buy right away? And every single one of them had something they had to order anyway, so it was no big deal. So that was scot-free. Then what I planned was, okay, now that I have them in, I have to pay attention to when everybody's going to go inactive and slowly start planting seeds of other things that we're going to do. So one thing I talked about was ordering refreshes. I've got 3 or 4 of them that are, we're all refresh. Let's do a refresh right before Thanksgiving. Okay, let's order it early just in case shipping gets messed up and it doesn't get here in time. Okay, cool. So then I just started pinging them off one by one every single week. I didn't wait until this week for everybody to go inactive. As of right now, I only have 3 people in my entire swoop that are inactive that are projected to go inactive next week. And every single one of them is buying peppermint mocha by Friday, if not Saturday at the latest. So I am stress-free. Everybody's happy to be here, happy to help. And on top of that, because I've been sharing all of these products with everybody, I'm already getting some of my people who I thought, well, sure, I'm going to qualify and they're going to leave. They're like, I think I might keep my discount. Like, I really like having access, and I didn't realize how much I would save on this, and I had to buy this, and it was actually less through Beachbody than it was on Amazon. And they're seeing the benefits of having the discount and that it's worthwhile to have it versus having the business fee. So that's how I made it here. But if you have any questions, if you want to get to know my story a little bit more, or, kind of a little more in depth of what I did in order to get there, feel free to reach out. I would love to I'd love to chat and share more. If not, guys, you can totally do this. I think it took me a little bit of, really thinking and saying, yeah, as much as I want these working coaches, which I have now, I have the ability to do this on my own. This is something that I can control. So how am I going to make that happen? And I did it fast. I did it super fast. So my advice to you is, if you're going to do a similar plan to what I did, you cannot wait. You do it fast. from the moment when the light bulbs went off and I went, wait, if I do this, this is what's going to happen. So I looked at my calendar. It was a Friday and I went, all right, I got 6 days. I got to make this happen in 6 days. And I was on every single person, 6 days, 6 days. And I had it done 2 days before Thursday. So it took me, 4 days? 4 days to call everybody. But it was a great strategy for me. I do like that a lot of the people are already saying that they're going to keep their discount, because I can tell you when I first rolled this out, I didn't think that was going to be a thing. But the fact that they're doing it to help me, and now they're seeing all the things that I used to tell them about it being a benefit, now they're kind of seeing it because they're living it. So that's really cool. And who knows, I might get some growing coaches out of it. But for now, it just really feels good that I've got all of these people that with a moment's notice were like, we love what you do, and if I can do anything to help, fuel that, then they're going to help. So my advice would be is if you have people like that, and if this is something where you don't have working coaches right now, you have a spouse line that you can use. It was a great tool. This time frame of year ended up perfect, because between pumpkin spice, 30-day breakaway, and then peppermint mocha just came out. Like, as soon as peppermint mocha came up, like a whole bunch of them went ding, 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 ding. And I went, oh, I'm good. So, I would pay attention to your calendars and go based on that. Like, go big around a launch, go big around, a new release of something. Because people get excited because they want to do what you're doing, and, they jump in, and that's when you can utilize them to stay active. So there you go. I hope that helps. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and feel free to reach out if anything I said was confusing or all over the place and you just have questions. Bye!